Okay, it's time to do another cast. This time, Wednesday campaign. Starting by Bukhara, which I don't know the tag for. How's the sound? Perhaps a bit too much noise on the music. Yeah, this seems better. Okay, so Bukhara. Is a monarchy. Interesting. He still has horde ideas, but he's a monarchy. Whatever. No, I wouldn't give these away. This looks a bit iffy. I mean, you are Sunni. You are likely fighting Sunni nations, but if you're fighting players, you can be fighting non-Sunni nations. So I'd likely go for expansion of territory. I don't think oversight, but also you want to convert a lot. Enforced unity by faith is good. Religious culture is always amazing. This one can save you some admin points, but it's not great later. Strong duchies, supremacy of the crown, yeah. I mean, you're missing the noble integration policy, so I'd likely just remove, like, now you actually have the loyalty to remove it. Remove this and take nobility integration policy. I mean, yeah, burghers is filled out, no burgher loans, no control over monetary policy, but if you're not expecting death war, I guess that's fine. Sitting on some corruption extension, I mean, you should. I don't know why he's not rooting it out, but, well, if he's not planning to spend any mana anytime soon. Also, you can just insult some rival for this PP, right? Yeah, you can even take like a rival. Mamluks, I'm not gonna bother him. Just insult Oivet, insult Timmy. If you don't have choices, you don't have to choose Oivet. Insult Oivet. I think Oivet is in the lock, totally in the locked regions. Yeah, Oivet is in the locked region. You can still take these three provinces. Else, you can also do show strength on them if you really want to. So you're going down into Persian node, which makes sense because Sibir and Samarkand close down here. Some interesting snaking going on. Going good on ideas, definitely been raising I would expect. Great in tech, still missing the institution, but I would imagine people would be willing to give it to him. Yeah. You built your church here, yeah. Definitely a mistake like Muscovy have Basquet. That's definitely like a big oversight. Other than that, this country is looking decent. 350 development, 41 force limit, up-to-date ideas, decently well managed states. Not too shabby. Gonna interesting to see what he does, and interesting that he did not stay horde, but went into monarchy. I don't think he can win against Muscovy now, especially that Muscovy has Basquet, which would have been a nice source for income for you. Like another 6 would be like what 20% more income having that instead of giving it to Muscovy. Like you bought it, you could take it day one. But now you let Muscovy do its Novgorod war, then go for Kazan and take it. Definitely a massive oversight. Okay, let's look at Karakonunlu. Estates. Maybe it's actually too low now with the desktop. Let's see. You have one vassal. Like, if you're planning to get more, this is fine. Else I would fill these out. But if you need strong duchies and integration policy, you can got room for those. Else this one is amazing. You can take that one. You are Shia. There's nobody that's near you that's Shia. It's a no-brainer. I don't know why you did oversight of the Lima. I wouldn't do that one. Clergy Advisory Council instead of that one, and then you can take expansion territory. Decent. Yeah, you did not take this one, but you took this one for influence. I guess it's okay. 440 development, so even though Bukhara looks massive, Gyuku's bigger. Smaller force limit though, likely due to 36. Yeah. Oh, no, you can become a horde. You can become a republic. Ah, interesting. You collecting here. You collecting here. You transfer here, that seems correct. You definitely, like, you're allied to Ottomans, so hopefully you're not expecting anything in this border, but the fort here, and the fort here, and then you close up Muscovite aggression. Fort here, getting a fort here, but you all have it, yeah, it's locked down. I just need the fort down here, and then the fort up there and there. How are we doing on the ideas? Yeah, decent quantity. Yeah, quantity's looking decent. Like QQs are always an agonizing start. Persian nation, you need to take these. Okay. This is independent. Likely going to Ottomans. This is independent. Don't know how we're going to divide that, but you have a Arabian Peninsula to have fun in. Still, like going into the Hormuz node down here. Like solidifying this in your own node, going down here, get the Arabian stuff would be helpful. Good outlook. Okay, let's take a tour of Africa before we turn to the Ottomans. So Mamluks, this should be fine. I think they had a peasants' war or something. They got the Sinai fort. It's definitely helpful if Ottomans come knocking. I think you can mothball this one. Like if mothball this one. You have some kind of fleet, so you can like stop any landing if they try such sneaky stuff. But yeah, your country is a bit scuffed. You know, my manpower, extremely high average autonomy. This looks over, but if people like this one, I don't. It takes some spot for more useful stuff. Yeah, you definitely have another round of Ottoman coming, I would assume, and that might be rough for you. You did decent expansion down here. Hidyas vessel almost integrated. I don't know why you're guaranteeing these. Can you personalize them? Maybe. You also have Hormuz like the rest of the Arabian Peninsula. You're allied to Ethiopia. I mean, if Ottomans doesn't come knocking, you can maybe pull something off. Like, get the Arabian Peninsula. But it's not gonna be easy, like, and it's just one round of Ottoman beating, and then you are done for. Spending on advisors. Yeah, behind on tech, no ideas yet. Pain and agony. But yeah, this fort was a good idea. You can delete the Cairo fort, by the way. It doesn't really serve anything because if they get the Sinai fort, it's over anyway. I mean, yeah, you can expand a bit more. But you also like maybe do some vessel expansion because you really need that admin tech 5 so you can get ideas. Like, ideally you should also be focusing mill, I would say. But you will need admin as well. That's not a great situation. I mean, this country is rough state. It can definitely, like, if Ottomans maybe get attacked by Europe and you can sneak in some war, or you and QQ survival. If Ottomans don't kill you, QQ will then. You're allowed to Bukhara, but Bukhara's, I don't know, these alliances. Seems weird and iffy to me. Never gonna get that up. You don't have to be like making money to justify more spending. You're collecting here, you should like to be collecting here instead of transferring. Okay, let's look at Ethiopia, how he's managing with his... it's not that one, it's this one? No. That's actually going decent. He's keeping high ground, yeah. He also took rights of the council, I wouldn't do that. Nobility in the officer corps and the advisor costs are way better, and seems like he hasn't been vassal feeding at all, but with his starting rule I think he can justify it. This is however very odd. I get you have a lot of land to convert, and if you're not expecting player wars for like what the next 50 years, I guess. Then you go quantity next, and then quality, and you get a lot more morale from that as well, from the policies. Yikes. Yeah. How are your gold mines looking? Ten development, 10 development. I mean, yeah, you're stifled for expansion now. Like, Mamluks box you in up here, and Mutapa box you in here. So we've got, like, what, 50 provinces? 73? That's a lot. You can work with that. So yeah, I would just maybe just like get rid of all your rebels. Actually use the fact that you took religious ideas to clean up your nation. Like make sure that there's no rebels. And then just sit and chill and build up. Like get your force limit, get your manpower, get your manufacturers going. Perhaps restructure your forts a bit. How is it you do this? So you can do it up in the desert, so any enemies take attrition. Definitely need one down here in Great West. This one, Ogaden. That's the way you block off people. Fort here. Like you don't need this fortress in flatlands. Same for this one. You can get the fort in the strait, not for the defensive terrain, but because of the strait, so somebody can't just sneak that away. Yeah, recently decreased. Like, dude looks decent managed nation, but this is just weird. Focusing, I've been filling on that many great rulers because Ethiopia. There's gonna be a state that pops up here, and then you can eventually go into here if you really want to. I think it's gonna pop up in like 30 years or something. Can't really remember, but there's gonna be something that pops up there. Tapa. Don't want to rival Ethiopia because you are allied to Ethiopia. Like he expects zero player war. Like I guess they can do. I wouldn't even call religious that he agreed, but this is agreed, and he can do it. Like he's going on the island here, then he can colonize, get this locked down, get all this free development. He can get there's some islands out here with like 11 development island here. Pretty good. I'm not gonna look at his state and judge him because I think AI took stuff here. But you can get one stab, but you know max stab. I need some AP. And of course great ideas. 10 death cost, 5 discipline, good produce, trade efficiency, trade power. I guess a lot of good stuff in the type of ideas. Spending a lot on advisors, let's check his gold mines. 10, 6, 4, 6, like, yeah, you can push those up a bit further. And then he's gonna go expansion into quality, I would assume. What's the policy even with that? None to fire. Then force limit. That's 10% force limit. This quantity is better of choice, unless you will need the navy stuff in quality. Yeah, get Madagascar locked down. Then when all the weapons are gone, get rid of the fort. Wait for Congo region to open up. If there's Congo player, you might be in trouble with this idea choice. But then again, Congo could not like needs colonists to border you first, so you can just dictate that on your terms and just like keep going down here. Okay, let's look at Shanghai. Shanghai has a problem with no possible rivals. That's a problem. No PP. These states doesn't look good. Like, wouldn't take increased levies. It's really not 6% manpower. Like, this one way better. This one make your advisor cheaper. Supremacy over the crown, really good. Strong duchies. You're running vessels. Like, there's so much better than. I'm gonna turn this down. This. Yeah, definitely better stuff you can do. How is your expansion looking? Like you have vessels here? Yeah, I guess you need to sink those gold mines. This one is uneven development, but it hasn't been improved. So it just recently conquered it. Please keep these even development. You should really snake the other gold mines as well. This one and this one. This one is your vassal. But some decent expansion. You're gonna have to you're gonna border Castile and Naples likely soon. Um, Getting a fort in Azarat is really good because yes, it's not defensible terrain. There's no defensible terrain here really. But just going through these is so much attrition that the enemy is gonna have to face if they decide to go down for you. Same concept set for this corridor, and it's hard landing even if Portugal colonizes stuff. But yeah, should focus on solidifying your area. You should focus mill. Definitely also want a mill advisor. Here you wanna run. Um, how much you have to convert? You have quite a bit to convert, right? Don't you? Yeah. So you can do. You can do Unity of Faith. Else the advisor cost. Expansion Selector is gonna be good later, and Religious Cult is always amazing, but do keep in mind the cost for Crownland. Merchant Guilds, no mana. No point to take that. Advisor cost. Yeah. You definitely have room for improvements, but a good promising start for Songhai. I think it's his first MP. But yeah, fort in Azavat or Timbuktu is really beneficial. Okay, let's roll all the way back to Ottomans. So Ottomans has a bit of depth. Burgolons, okay. Not ideal estates. He can take an ability in the officer core. He has one vassal. If you're planning to vassal flip more, integration policy and strong duchies can be good. Over here, I guess expansion seller, no need to pick that. You've struggling for Crownland, religious culture. Definitely get more out of your demis, like you can get tech cost, other nice juicy stuff here. So definitely you can get more of these, um, this one is just free, just take it. Burgers looks fine. Um, you seem to be lacking some vital forts in Ottomans, like forts up here, forts here. You have some fleet. Hungary is sneaking away your islands. I'd be a bit worried about that. There's more islands that you can get here, hopefully for you. Philly's quality you can take next, but you don't need to do that yet. Wait until you're capping. You have likely another war against Mamluks because Mamluks is just dead. You did not get into Crimea at all. Can you vassalize these guys? No, you can't. I mean, maybe if you take Theodoros, you don't have the distance between borders, then it's a possibility. There's still a great horde going around. I mean, Ottomans is in a great spot. Maybe delete the Sukla fort though. And yeah, some forts around. How's he doing on other buildings? He's starting. I mean, it's not that far, but starting to get some buildings done. 50k, it's a strong country. I mean, I think I want to state this. And with your income, I'd spend more on advisors, definitely. Mehmet still alive. This guy as Ottomans, you can try to re-roll him, but Mehmet is 44 would be a disaster. If you got like a trashy dude. Let's look at Muscovy, the big win of the session, getting Besquet. It managed to get to. It's admin tech 6. Holy shit! It's been generating a lot of admin mana. Yeah, he's focusing it. Definitely, yeah, it's a negative prestige, but definitely want to eat this here. Unless your ruler dies before he's 15, and then you just keep extending the regency for that 666. Um, isn't Prime Herding Rights the one that costs Crownland? No, that's this one and okay. I mean, you can give away this one just for more influence from them, and then when you have the crown land, you give away this one. Like expansion territory is a no-brainer for you. Religious culture is good, and unity of faith is also good because you're gonna have to convert a bit. Like look at all this stuff you have to gonna convert. Also you could also be getting the yearly patriarch authority. So got some good picks in there. You have the vessel thingy you're gonna have to integrate. Great in ideas, oh, well great, but decent. Your force looks like your force is not gonna really matter a lot if you are gonna fight someone. Albeit that maybe won't be doing that. But yeah, some forts could be helpful. How is your other buildings doing? Like 2 workshops, a few churches. Like as much as you actually want to build churches just for this one, it's quite good. But then again, you can get this as other means. I mean, this is promising looking Muscovy, definitely. Like free gaming. Like Perm is gonna be agony to integrate. You're already on it. It's gonna take 30 more years. Maybe Vasculize Reason and feed them the rest of Great Horde if you're stocking on admin. I think better off collecting in Kazan because nobody else is there. But else this looks correct. Okay, let's see what Sweden has done. Sweden has done exactly 0 expansion. Oh, 1 province expansion. Oh, a bit more. He took Livonian order. That's a bit of expansion. Traded these two. Your states ain't happy. Well, Finnish quantity. 323 leaders and start. That's amazing for him. Not the best income. Like he's gonna have what Baltic Sea with mostly locked down, but Poland's gonna take the south part. And then you're just gonna play taller Sweden, I guess, because you'd have no more expansion unless you wanna like fight Denmark. That requires navy supremacy and is your ally. Same for Muscovy. Poland's allied with Muscovy. Like you don't. I don't know where your expansion is made. Like you're gonna have what 27 provinces plus what 8 more here, 9 more here, so 38 provinces, 36 provinces. That's not a lot of provinces to go along. Norway is Denmark, so yeah, I don't really know what. Like, gonna have options because Swedish ideas are so strong. But if you wait too long, like another 100 years, then Muscovy, Poland, Denmark is all like Denmark expanding into HRE, Poland gobbling up Lithuania, Muscovy gobbling up whatever's down here. It's gonna be small. Um, if you ever fight Muscovy, forts up here can do wonders. Um, because then like this is an agonizing place to fight. But yeah, your main priority seems to be looking at expansion. Yeah, Rights of the Count. People love this one. Please don't take it. Religious culture, expansion territory. Expansion territory? What? So, expansion territory, you go when you're fighting other religions, like QQ, which is the only Shia player nations and literally no AI Shia. Same for Ethiopia. Uh, you're Catholic. Like, yes, you border Muscovy, but that's the only non-Catholic nation. Like, why would you go expand this territory? It's so bad at this point for you. You not expecting any wars with this luck burgers. You can sell some titles. Yeah. I don't know, man. The Sweden, it's not bad. It's just boxed in. The master himself, Craft. So just to make the case for monopolies, he has monopolies on dice. He has exactly 1 province that I cannot find that produces dice. This one, meaning that this is just for the loyalty. He's actually losing money, but he's gaining burger loyalty. Uh, yeah, this looks correct. He could arguably give away prime herding rights for more influence, more loyalty and influence from them, but he's giving away land rights. Why would you give away land rights? Why to the clergy? Like, why don't dump them into the Cossacks? That's weird. Yeah, amazing rule already started on second idea group. Got second group, yeah, and great lot of spending on those. He still has farmland forts. I guess they protect him, but don't really do a lot for him. And he's getting Danzig integrated, and gonna eat a big chunk out of Lithuania, and then he's gonna be big and have like what 100 provinces, 40 plus like what 7 up there. So that's 47. Like 60, 70 provinces with this, and Moldavia. So he's gonna be look like next session is gonna consolidate, and then he's gonna look outward. Also, you have interactions you can press. Maybe accept the Iranian culture. Well, you're not gonna be empire anytime soon, unless you get by mission. I don't think you do, but maybe. Hungarian Union. Uh, but the nation looks fine. It's craft after all. He always does well. Allied with Muscovy and Hungary. It's gonna be interesting to see how this evolves once quarters kick in. Um, uh, then Denmark, belly filled quality ideas. And you can take nobility in the officer core if you're done with the vessels. I guess you can also do nobility integration policy for Poland, for Poland, for Norway. That might be worthwhile not taking this one. Religious diplomat is gonna be agony to get away, but it can save you collision time. Yeah, keeping one open here for expansion territory or religious culture. Burgers open here, yep, fine. Almost done here. Got a quite nice king, spending a lot on advisors. Somehow he likes a bit of trade in here. He's getting Hamburg now. And then he needs Bremen. Yeah, Bremen and Hamburg, and then he's gonna be fine. Yeah, and then he integrate Norway as well. I would really rival England and embargo them once you get a next rival slot. Um, yeah, other than that, looks fine. Like argument for keeping the forts is there. Maybe not this fort. This Muslim fort can be good if somebody invades from the south. Yeah, looks decent. There's not really anything to comment here. Brandenburg said he was dead and not coming back, so let's see the state of his nation. Yeah, I guess what he's coming from. Like, he could still pull on another death war with Bohemia. But yeah, it doesn't look too good for him. I mean, he could do round two. Like, he can get these, and then he can start quality, but next take is 3 years away. Um, yeah, it's not gonna be easy for him. It's the Berlin fort. Like, but even Pomerania and like how many provinces? Like, but he's grown three. He's grown 7 provinces. Wait, is 8 provinces. Like, it's not a lot. He's still small, still tiny. What 12 provinces or something? 17. Your force limit is 21. It's gonna be rough. But like you need to do Diplo. Like you have no allies. Like how are you gonna survive this? No allies. This little AI expansion, like you can try to sneak in here, but Holland, it's Burgundy, is here. Denmark is likely there. Bohemia is gonna be there. Like you have so much. Actually, it's starting to Company. What the hell? I don't know. It looks rough for Brandenburg. Bohemia got its ass saved by Austria by some rebels and some AI wars, so he actually managed to go a bit. Doing quite well on ideas. Like, pick a rival, please. Are you allied to Cologne? Austria's your ally. Neither Hungary nor Poland is your ally, so maybe you want to keep your options open, but you have high PP anyway. Seems like he's relying heavily on Jep. So normally you don't use this one, but this one might actually be worth it here, just to keep this going down a bit quicker. Like Park Fort is always a bit iffy because it's not defensive terrain. You still have some expansion, still AI in here, like your trade will forever be scuffed unless you kill Brandenburg and you get the Saxony node. But yeah, you should get in here. Did not go Hussite? No, but Prague still Hussite. Yeah, like, I mean, this behemoth looks fine. Like, for long term, you maybe want to go over, see if you can form Westphalia. Or Hanover, that's the best formables you have. But then you would have to culture switch. So let's take a look at Hungary. Hungary, inability and confederation policy. Yes, Ragusa. So that's gonna go away. Then he can take ability in the Osser core. No religious expansion territory, but spot open with potential over Ottomans. Spot open here for Endwar as well. No more expansion for him except Sili. Versus players power, like, so he has to choose what he's gonna do. He has, like, I don't think you need this fort on that great defensive line. Nice navy with a flagship. Doing okay on ideas. Sitting on a lot of mana, that's great to see. Like, he can go in there, decent income. Yeah, Hungary could definitely, like, at this point he could arguably also take on Poland or give Ottoman a run for their money. Amazing ruler as well. But a bit behind on Ottomans with the ideas. Also Poland, right? Yeah. I mean, he can also just kill Bohemia, I guess. He's allied to Austria. Well, he definitely is gonna do something next session, so keep an eye out. I don't know what. But he's definitely in prime position, and well, he's lacks more land. What? How many provinces does he have? 50. Like, decent victory over the Balkans. Also been sneaking away these islands from Ottomans. I guess if he teams up with Mamluks, Ottomans could be in a pickle. As fort need to go. I've never seen these. I mean, I just think you just want to pop it for the tech cost and idea cost for 20 years. Because you're sitting on this much mana. Like, yes, you could get 5k instead of 1k gold from the monument, but monument is not that amazing. And you have way better things, like it's gonna wait another 150 years to get the full benefit. I think it's way more useful now. And some decent buildings as well. Yeah, Hungary looks well managed. I mean, hasn't, like, it's got most of all this, like lacks Kosovo and Albania, but the rest of it got, and got Wallachia. Decent Hungary. I guess this goes to Austria. Speaking of Austria, 80k manpower, Emperor for you. A bit behind on the ideas, amazing income, making 10 from gold, making lots from tax. Bit from war whips. Did, like, what these two, most of Venice, a bit into here. Did some decent expansion. There's still more AI to go around. Looks very good. Promising on that. Just shy of 400 development. Very few provinces though, but high value ones in Italy here and in Bavaria. and it's looking good on AE. Estate looks more or less fine. Like you can get religious diplomats and you can do some more aggressive expansion stuff. You're missing the diplomana. Possibly just go to 5% crownland and get a diplomana. Spending good on advisors. It's nice to see. Cologne. So Cologne looks to be in the dying bunch together with Burgundy. I mean, he might win this war, but this one is gone for. Or what? No, this is Dutch wolf in the. Yes, we're gonna have a look at Burgundy afterwards, but you have what, 9k? You're seating somewhere. You're seating Brabant. So all is occupied for Holland and Liège is separate war. Okay. I mean, you have to coordinate with Burgundy in order to survive this, but this war exhaustion. Divine ideas can't like them, but still a bit suboptimal. Spending on advisors. I wouldn't take increased levies. Other than that, this looks fine. Except you're not getting now you're getting diplomatic, but you're sitting a lot of crown land. Maybe it's because you're so small and been conquering a lot. Yeah, and then you should. Oh, you also got this. And you have vassals. That's still bugged. Class coalition. You have Brunswick as a mart. Okay, it's a decent expansion. And you're like with Bohemia. Like Burgundy is likely gonna die, but you could survive, even though it looks a good bit grim right now. Okay, let's go to my own nation. Let's see how it's doing. Am I spending enough on advisors? Likely not. Am I doing okay ideas? Yes. Should I use Diplo to accept these cultures? Possibly. I like my states. They look how they should do. I had a rough one where I had to accept noble rebels, so with high autonomy, which is not ideal. But got like Florence area locked down. Got Sicily into Africa. Yeah, nation looks well. 317 development and 58, like what, another 70 from vessels. So a great start. Killed Florence 31. I think started on those temples. Can't build the workshops yet. Really would like the visiting one. Yeah, like not still in the builder phase, but yeah, just some chilling now. Eating Italy, eating Africa. Okay, let's look at Burgundy. Burgundy has no troops. What's his force limit? Burgundy has 15 force limit. So as soon as these guys get accepted, he gets 15k of theirs. And he gets 353. That's better than what he has right now. So yeah, when he breaks to these, he gets the troops. He's bankrupt right now. He's bankrupt for 4 more years, but he's gonna get his troops back. How is he truces? 8 more years and 14 more years. So yeah, he can come back and give another round of fighting. Like he should easily be able to win this war once Cologne is helping him. And once he get these troops, should look fine for him. Then his country scuffed, 18 corruption, negative 3 stab, possibly even chain bankrupting right now. At least when the income is this low, I think I would do that. Oh. You can't really get this way, also control, it's scuffed. Galvan Separatist is gonna also trigger when you rebel spec the country, so Galva is gonna get loose. Galva considers this. So you definitely like Cologne needs to just march to Utrecht and unoccupy that instantly because else Galway is gonna break away from you as well. So they're just gonna march like this and like what's in this Verden. Like just march it all there. See if you can get it. Because else Galway is gonna break away. And it might be all the provinces even though these are occupied by pretender rebels. I don't know. We're gonna check. Switzerland is still also a player. Uh, Something about control state statute rights. Yeah, that's not good. A lot of crown land from that, of course. Decent ideas. A bit slow on the expansion. Got 2 provinces only. Should have likely went into Italy or up in South Germany. Like there's room for roleplay Switzerland now, but like competitive Switzerland might be over. However, you could go and like try to conquer Milan. You have a spy network on them. You could also go and conquer Burgundy, or try to at least. Burgundy is bankrupt, and I don't think Cologne is in the position to defend them. Yeah, not like spending on advisors. Looks okay-ish, but very slow expansion, and the AA is disappearing rapidly. England was also in the disastrous war with Burgundy that took them some time, but he's going on the mainland. He's getting that trade in the English Channel. He's gonna be very happy. Like Burgundy looks dead, so he's gonna get Holland as well. Um, Not doing too well on the ideas for England. Got an amazing ruler, decent heir. Yeah, should likely be spending more on those advisors, but he only has 3 state loans. Um, you're integrating this one. You can also like always like if you plan to do so, that is, from Great Britain, you can feed Scotland 4 more cities, so you can like feed them expensive stuff here, don't pay the admin for it, and then integrate them that way. But no colonization yet, so he can definitely have time to do that. Like that's definitely a possibility. To go exploration second, quality into explore, and do stuff on mainland as well. It's possible to do both, but can be hard. Uh, yeah, looks fine. Maybe champagne would be more valuable to steer from, but and you're helping out France because France is in tatters. So let's look how bad France is. Tech 5, 0 step. Like, I think he likely even lost provinces in game start. He lost these 3. I arguably hasn't gone a lot stronger since game start. He's still a great power. Income is in the gutter. Church entries. Why do people give these? So bad. It's useless. Yeah, like you have some weak conquest on Champagne. You think you lost some cores. Like you had Salusu at one point. Had Champagne. You had all this from Burgundy. You lost cores on it, so you only have like these 3 cores left. But it's at least something that you can reconquer. Your prestige is in the gutter. Not the best air. 1 million only. Yeah, this is rough looking France. At least, like right now, England, Castile allies gonna save you. But these Castilian armies, would they to come up and came knocking, I think you would be in a pickle. Italy, Austria, Bohemia, everyone is expanding westwards toward you. So even though you win Burgundy, you might be in a rough state because of how it's gonna work out. Um, yeah, best of luck to you. Like it's been a rough first session for you as fans. But nowhere near dead. England allied. Britain still independent. How's your AE? You don't have a lot of AE. like go snatch Brittany soon. It's very good land in your culture group. Castile. So Castile was occupying Morocco. Like he is gonna have conflict with Shanghai eventually, maybe Italy as well. But other than that, looks fine for him. I would definitely put a fort in Gibraltar. Um, yep, that's basically it about that situation. Increased levies, please don't. Oversight by the clergy, papal emissary, also not really good things to give away. West looks fine-ish, a bit behind on the ideas. I guess I have free finger, but you need an heir. This is not ideal, and you can't even make him a general because you have no heir right now. And if he dies, that's not good. Did he use holy orders? No, he didn't. So there's like a strategy where you use holy orders with admin, just for the +1 tax and construction costs. It pays for itself during the game. Um, like it's way more efficient than developing. Like this is 49, but instead you can get 5 dev clicks. That's 10 dev per click. 10 mana per dev click, and you also get construction cost. It's just amazing. Your PP is a bit low. You could arguably try to send privateers to annoy the Ottomans. That might be your best choice of action to get that PP higher. Instead of protecting Safi, send them to privateer Ottomans. How you can take final tech? Yeah, it's still looking okay. Portugal's thinking is doing amazing. Like we are still 24 years until 1500, and he has half of Mexico, and nothing in Africa, but half of Mexico and colonial nation Cuba. Definitely a promising start. And then he can like right now nobody's contesting him in New World. Could be from tip to tip of Americas that he owns, but we'll see about that. And then he can go into Africa later. Finish exploration, likely gonna go expansion. States is not what I would like to see. You're fighting a lot of like take this for easier wars. Religious culture is good. Advisor cost is good. Same here, advisor cost. Nobility and officer core when you can get it. And then you go like then you go in expansion, and if you greed you go eco, and then you go quality, and then you start dropping explo and take quantity, and later you drop expansion as well. When you created some colonial nations that's gonna colonize for you. But promising Portugal. Okay, let's just check what happens with Burgundy. So we're just gonna turn on the off the AI and let this one run. And let's see what happens when he breaks. And let's see if we can 2 months. So we should be able to get this one before. Yep. There we go. So the pretender level 1, you got a shitty ruler, you got some legitimacy. Yes, you lose 200 prestige, whatever. And then all your land is now unoccupied, you got 15k. And then you get the Burgundy inheritance. And that's your diplo. It's not like I can't give you ideal game state, but you can go under PU under France and screw them over, or I don't know. The problem is here, you can get these unions back, you just don't inherit them. Then you can. And you are in the HRE, that's kinda helpful, I guess, as well, because France wanna go for round 2. Austria's gonna be called in. Yeah, that's an option for you, even though this country is scuffed. So some predictions. Ottomans, Hungary, both wanna like do some player wars, I think. Um, Bohemia, Brandenburg, Cologne. I guess one of these is gonna die. Bohemia's likely to survive. Sweden need to get its stuff together. Ethiopia, Mutapa is going greed. Shanghai needs to solidify its region, else it's gonna die. Portugal is gonna keep expanding in New World. England, please do contest them. Likely seeds over here. Gonna be interesting to see what they bring. Yeah, but thanks for tuning into this cast.